If you have any doubts about the quality of the Cork team, then just take a close look at the team selection. There are big names scattered everywhere. Mary O'Connor is a rock-solid centre-back, while Breach Corkery and Orla Cotter are an awesome duo at centre-field. Jim O'Connor leads the attack with power and purpose at centre-forward, which combines most effectively with the goal and a point scoring touches of the lee side inside line. Emer O'Sullivan is at right half forward, is the only change since the semi-final victory over Wexford. She replaces Emer Dillon. It's a huge test for this young, very promising Kilkenny team. Goalkeeper Katrina Ryan has been tested many times on this journey to Croke Park and passed each one impressively. Leanne Fennelly, Jackie Frisbee, Amy Butler and Elaine Aylward have all given eye-catching displays in the defence. But much could depend today on how Colette Dormer and team captain Anne Dalton perform at midfield. The attack as a unit has rich potential, but Katie Power, Michelle Quilty and Aoife Neary are especially worth watching. Game is on in Croke Park. Kilkenny heading down towards Hill 16. There's a little bit of holding, and that's going to be the first free of the day to the Leesiders. Now, when you rank outsiders like Kilkenny are in terms of inexperience, a good start is vital. Mary O'Connor sends it out towards her full forward Emer O'Farrell. Leanne Fennelly is over there. Mention the name Fennelly, very synonymous with the county of Kilkenny. Free in for Cork. Certainly my initial reaction there was it appeared that the Cork girl was lying on the ball.
Yes, two decisions gone against Kilkenny there, so we'll have to keep an eye and see what way the frees are going to go, Marty.
First opportunity of a score. The umpire is in the correct position and he's now waving the flag off camera. Rachel Maloney taking the score. They're getting the hurleys in, they're getting the blocks in, Kilkenny, against the more experienced Leesiders. Emer O'Sullivan, see what I mean by block down, that's Elaine Aylward. She goes again for it to get there. Doesn't quite, that's a great effort by Emer O'Sullivan from Ballinhassig in County Cork.
Yeah, great point there by Emer. First of all, she tried it on her right hand. When that failed, she turned around. Great ability of a player, left hand, right hand strike, whichever way it came to her.
Aoife Neary was trying to get onto the loose ball, and here's Neary heading towards the 20. Taking a shot, Aoife Murray knocks it out. It's still danger for Cork. Can Kilkenny produce something here? They swarm around her, and it's Katrina Foley that comes in, sweeps up any threat out of the danger zone. And Cork tried to find the momentum, but Kilkenny again put the pressure on. Batted down by Breach Corkery. Nice stick work on good wrists. And Dalton did really well. Uses the short grip. Popping this over the bar. Excellent play by Anne Dalton and Kilkenny. On the side level for the second time in this All-Ireland final.
Marty, we were asking earlier on what were Kilkenny going to do about this Cork midfield. I think they're saying, we're going to dictate, you match me, and Dalton, superb point from there.
This is Denise Goal. Free in for Kilkenny. There was pushing there by Katrina Foley. Very difficult angle here for Aoife Neary. Now, let's see what she can do with this. She's going for it. And she's got it. Class. Excellent free. What do you think of this, Chris?
This is magnificent. I was wondering, was she going to try and drop it in, because we're sitting behind her here and the angle is so tight, and Neary is really important to Kilkenny today.
Still stalemate over there. Breaks out Farzuna O'Donoghue. Here comes Breach Corkery. Kenny will be well aware of her desire to go forward. Oh, there's a little touch there by Katrina Ryan. The Kenny goalkeeper did well. Jim O'Connor will take the credit for the point, but just watch this. There was a dip in the shot, dropping right in off the bar actually. out was very quickly taken. And the result is the same. If they're going to take the quick book outs, they really need to be guaranteed to go to a colleague. Rachel Maloney coming to prominence, getting away from Catherine Doherty, flicking it inside, and that was a vital interception by Leanne Fennelly. There's still danger for Kilkenny, and that's lashed over the bar by Una O'Donoghue. It's hard to judge, you know, Therese. I know it's windy up here, but I'm looking at the flags down at ground level, and they're not blowing as strong. And it's just sheltered by the Davin and the Cusack and the Hogan, but it is still blowing slightly in Cork's favour. Here's a chance for the Leesiders. Here is Emer O'Farrell, and there's a point. Sarsfield's girl, she scored 5 goals and a point in this championship campaign. Interesting contest, level 3 times so far in this All-Ireland final. Can Kilkenny produce something before the break? This is looking good. Michelle Quilty gets her first score in this All-Ireland final. Sheila Burns. This one is dropping in towards Emer O'Farrell. Rachel Maloney, lovely bit of stick work. Doris Farrell, there's a chance of a goal here. Gets the pull on it anyway, but still great defending by Kilkenny. First bit of real excitement we've had in this second half. Una O'Donoghue giving it in for Emer O'Sullivan. She scored in the first half, she scored in the second.
Good point by Emer, and Cork are doing in their attack what Kilkenny can't seem to do. Kilkenny defence are playing excellently, but the Kilkenny forward lines, they should be popping over a few more scores.
Jenny Duffy locked down the first time. Jim O'Connor, 2 St. Finbarr's girls combining, and that is straight over the black spot. And Jim O'Connor acknowledges the pass, not alone from her county teammate, but indeed from her club teammates. 2 against 2. In the danger zone, it's Michelle Quilty. There's a player available inside who she could get the pass across. Didn't work out. Full credit to Cork defending well. Edwina Keane. Kilkenny finding it very difficult to break down this Cork defence. They fling it in again. This time it's Ann Dalton. It's a dangerous ball, and keeper Aoife Murray did really well. Rena Buckley trying to shovel it out there is Michelle Quilty and Edwina Keane. Referee says it's a free in.
I think Kilkenny might be saying at last they've got some shot on goal. Yeah, fantastic save again by Aoife Murray there. She was under severe pressure from the Kilkenny attack.
Yet to score in this second half. This is the moment. Aoife Neary gets her 4 points. Just put it inside the left-hand post. Aisling Dunphy beaten to it this time by Orla Cotter. In for Rachel Maloney. A chance for Katrina Mackey. It's a good score. Douglas represented by the Mackey twins. Good ball up. Kilkenny need possession from this. It's there for Kilkenny. Can she score? Good save by Aoife Murray. Wonderful goalkeeping. Not alone are the Cork full backline and half backline difficult to get around or to beat, but when you've done that, you then face the Cork keeper. Amanda O'Regan is being introduced for Cork at corner forward instead of Rachel Maloney. The Cork captain is on. But Kilkenny never give up. Seemed to be a clear foul there on Marie O'Connor. lob it in here, surely. Aoife Neary does a connection! And Aoife Murray covered it all the way. I just don't think she got a touch here. Dangerous ball dropping in, pulled on beautifully, and wrong side of the post. Zan Dalton. Reach Corkery. Jim O'Connor gives it everything and registers Cork's 15 points in this All-Ireland final. Chasing after this is Aisling Dunphy. Coming across at a leisurely pace is Mary O'Connor. One of the most experienced members of the team is the player that picks up the sliotar, as Denise Cronin is applauded by her management team, and Cork celebrates another All-Ireland title. Full-time score here in Croke Park. The All-Ireland Senior Camogie Final of 2009. Cork 15 points, Kilkenny 7. And the captain Amanda O'Regan from Douglas receives the O'Duffy Cup. Cork are All-Ireland champions for the 24th time.
To the 29 players standing here on my left, what can I say about them? They're an outstanding bunch. We've been out in all sorts of weather, and we have great fun, but we also work hard, and this is our reward today, so well done everyone.
How important do you think the experience was today? 8 finals in a row.
I think it was a factor. You know, people would say it wasn't. I didn't think it could be because Kilkenny had won so much at minor, but looking at it today, it was a factor. There was points in the game where it needed to be lifted and it needed leaders, and they were out there in the field wearing a Cork jersey. I think Kilkenny will be back though. They're an excellent team, very strong, you know, in certain positions, and with the new group that are coming in, they'll be winning All Irelands for years to come.
We were unlucky in the first half that we hadn't got another few scores on the board, but any scores that we got, we really had to work hard for it, and Cork upped their game in the second half, and I suppose really, you know, we weren't able to match them for their experience, their pace, their strength.
A lot made of their experience there, Therese, but in terms of long-term dominance and resilience, this Cork team ranks with the Kilkenny team of last week, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, I suppose there's a lot of similarities. I'd say strength and depth is something that was common to both teams as well. And both Kilkenny hurlers and the Cork Camogie team came to Croke Park today wearing the hot favourites tag, which is never easy to bring with them. But they both, like the Camogie players, emerged victorious. Kilkenny put up a great fight, but Cork they were able to up the ante in the end.
Because we keep wondering, you know, will they be able to sustain and maintain this year after year? And Cork have done. Yes, but I think, you know, you have to look at factors in the match today. You ask for the similarities last Sunday, PJ Ryan, you know, splendid in the Kilkenny goal. Aoife Murray today, in the Cork keeper, outstanding. So there were factors and parts of the match where Cork were outstanding and where they won the match. All right. Well, Tracy, from a Kilkenny point of view, do you think they'll be a little deflated tonight that maybe they didn't do themselves justice?
I wouldn't think so, Des. I think obviously today I thought they were fantastic. They showed great testament and character coming to Croke Park today. This was the first time that they've been there in 15 years. I think great compliments have to be paid to Anne, Paul and John. They've done fantastic work. And to the youth, to the young players today, I thought like there was nothing in it at half-time. Speaking to Angela and to Stella Sinnott, like, you know, they were giving Kilkenny a chance. But it was just, I think, experience on the day. Cork were able to take long-range scores, Kilkenny weren't. And just, I suppose, really experience just showed on the day. But I think they have to take great heart from today's defeat. You have to lose one to win. I know it's a cliche, but, you know, they've been there, done that. There wasn't any stone unturned like that Anne didn't cover to have them prepared for today. But, you know, it'll all stand to them, Des, I think. All right. This Cork team, there's been lots of praise now, Emer, about their, you know, longevity, etc. Is it as good a team as you've seen?
I think it is, yeah. I mean, 8 titles. They've won 5 titles out of 8 finals now in a row.
It's remarkable,
so
isn't it? Yeah.
it is remarkable, and a lot of credit, a huge credit has to be given to them. If that was any other team in the country, they'd be getting amazing credit, like the Kilkenny hurlers last week. This Cork team seemed to be able to bring on a player or two every year and add to the panel, and they have a really, really strong panel, and they seem to freshen it up every year. And I can see them coming back. They'll be still the team to beat next year, no doubt about it.
All right, then, well, let's get some reaction then from the winning camp. And somehow Marty has again found his way into the Cork Team Hotel.
Thank you very much, Des. Welcome to the Red Cow as Cork celebrate their 24th All-Ireland Senior Camogie title. And as you can imagine, the party is only just starting. Well, I'm joined by the Cork captain, Amanda O'Regan, and the Cork centre-half back, who today, amazingly, won her 7th All-Ireland Senior Camogie medal. It is quite an achievement. Amanda, this was a tough, tense battle, wasn't it, with Kilkenny?
Yeah, we knew coming up that they were a really young and strong team, and we knew they'd put it up to us all day today, and thankfully, we were on our game today and we came through.
Were you worried at half-time, Amanda?
I think there's always that bit of worry, with Kilkenny, they're never down. So we knew they were going to keep going till the final whistle, and we knew that we had to play for another 30 minutes.
There's a great hunger in this Cork team, isn't there, Mary? I mean, you just want to keep on winning.
Someone said, we're having the time of our lives, and it's not going to last forever. And this group of players, the core group, have been around for a good few years, probably longer than some care to remember. But we've had a fantastic playing career, and when you come from a county like Cork, we're proud people, and want to try and keep the flag flying.
In terms of today, was there any sense at all that you'd be taking them for granted? Because they looked quite impressive against Galway.
No, this is Kilkenny you're talking about, and we knew coming up here that they had nothing to lose. We were the All-Ireland champions, we're there to be knocked, and when you put yourself on a pedestal, you have to take that challenge, you have to accept that challenge and go at them, and we tried to dictate the game from the beginning, but it didn't always happen, we pulled away. I just thought the team from 1 to 15 worked so hard today, and I just think, due credit is due to all the players, not just 15 who started, but the whole panel.
Both defences, if I can go back to you, Amanda, were very dominant today, weren't they? Particularly Cork's, obviously.
Yeah, definitely our backs were outstanding. I think there wasn't a Kilkenny player that didn't have a Cork jersey nearly on them for most of the game. And, Kilkenny's backs, we knew that they were going to be a tough challenge. And, our forwards were outstanding as well. What can you say?
Well done. Mary, of course, you're going to be back in Croke Park in a few weeks' time, aren't you?
Yeah, I haven't thought about that one yet. I'm going to really enjoy tonight, enjoy the train home tomorrow. Bit of a party, you have to celebrate when you win, because you don't always do that, and 2 weeks' time, please God, we'll be out in Croke Park with footballers, and the same result will go down nicely.
I presume this is going to be a huge boost to the male counterparts in terms of the football final next Sunday.
Yeah, we'd hope we would. The whole county support. This group of players has gone through an awful lot. In fact, it's Kerry that they're playing. They're going to be under severe pressure, but they've acquitted themselves fantastically well all year, and I hope that they do get to go up the steps and Graham Canty gets to collect the cup.
Well, Amanda, 3 in a row now on the cards. I know you're going to celebrate tonight, but 3 in a row, they'll be talking about it down in Leaside, I'm sure, tomorrow morning.
Oh, they'll definitely be talking about it, but we're going to really enjoy this one, and when January comes, we'll think about that.
Well, Amanda O'Regan, Mary O'Connor, thank you both very much for joining us. We'll be back later on with the player of the All-Ireland Senior Camogie Final. For the moment, from the Red Cow here and the Cork Hotel, it's back to you, Des.
All right, Marty. Tough job. Marty always gets it for some reason. Therese, Cork's ability to keep, Emer mentioned players coming through every now and again, 1 or 2 players. Are the structures in Cork just better than everywhere else?
Well, I suppose you'd have to mention first is that there's probably a broader club base, number one, but it just doesn't come down to that. You have to work hard at underage level. But just looking at Amanda O'Regan, there comes from the Douglas club. Douglas won the Féile this year, and a lot of players have emerged from that. Douglas from that won their first senior county title last year, and today in Croke Park we saw young Katrina Mackey coming on from the Douglas club, one of the younger players. So they're always introducing fresh blood, and it just freshens everything up. Mary will pardon me for maybe mentioning she might be the oldest player on the team today, and at no great age, I might add.
It's important you stress that, yeah.
But there's always something. You're always looking over your shoulder, I think, in Cork, because the conveyor belt is always moving along nicely, and that just keeps everybody on their toes.
Yeah. Okay. Tracy, you've been looking at Cork's performance.
Yes, Des, I think today now overall it was a fantastic team performance. A whole panel from 1 to 30 you could say, because the subs that came in played as an integral part as the rest of the team. But obviously Kilkenny today worked tirelessly to break down this Cork defence, but with no good news, I'm afraid. They just seem to be hunting in packs every time. Colette Dormer here now. There's a few dubious decisions I'd say as well too. I thought maybe Kilkenny should have been awarded 1 or 2 frees when they weren't, but I suppose that's another day's story. But Katie Power was outstanding there today, and constantly again they just seemed to be hunting in packs, and you know, they were just blocking down our Kilkenny players, and there just didn't seem to be enough support play from Kilkenny, and at the other end of the field then they were able to take their scores, which obviously win matches. And a fantastic score there from Emer O'Sullivan, who was outstanding, and again Gemma O'Connor, who last year was playing centre back, moved to centre forward this year and is well able to put him over the bar. And obviously who I'm going to speak about now is Aoife Murray between the posts. She was just outstanding, a fantastic save here, 1-on-1 from Rio O'Connor, who was brought in as an impact sub for Kilkenny. But just the experience just showed on the day. She you know, and she just seemed to control the whole back line, and just from a whole team performance, it just showed that they were just the best on the day.
There, yeah.
Absolutely.
And you felt, Emer, that there was quite a contrast in the Kilkenny of the first half and the second half.
Yeah, I mean, Kilkenny started the game really, really well, I felt. They were really, really up for it. They got ploughed into Cork from the start, and they had fine scores from play. Anne Dalton, captain from midfield, put that ball over the bar for about 50, 60 yards. And again, a lovely point from Michelle Quilty from play. She made the angle for herself and popped it over, making it look easy, but unfortunately they didn't carry this through for the whole game. And they're well up for it here. We see Katie Power and Gemma O'Connor going at it, and fair play to Kilkenny. They were up for the game and they weren't lying down and taking anything. Again, the missed chances that, you know, if this had gone on, they could have gotten a goal from this, but unfortunately they blew up and had a shot. Even if you had to go for goal at this stage of the game, they were 4 points down, 5 points down. But after all their hard work, they came away with nothing, and that was kind of the story of Kilkenny today. Like, they had to work, I feel, that little bit harder for the frees today, and they didn't. They scored only 2 from play, and they didn't really take their chances. And I think that little bit of experience Cork had, they were able to pop the ball over the bar when they were given the opportunity. But Kilkenny had to work really hard to try and break down that Cork defence, and it just didn't come easy for them today at all.
And the yellow cards?
Yeah, the yellow cards. You don't see it very often in Camoige, but you know, Gemma and Katie got their yellow cards today for that. But I mean, that's just, it's great to see such heart and determination, character coming out in the game. You know, that's what it's about. Gemma doesn't, you know, like to lose. Katie Power was well up for the game today as well, and you don't see very many forwards getting yellow cards, and even Erie got herself one today. But it just shows how much they care and how much they were going to, you know, not hold back. All right then. Tracy, the contenders for man of the match.
Yes, obviously throughout the day there was a lot, and we had 3 nominees. We had obviously Aoife Murray in the goal, was fantastic throughout. We had Katrina Foley at full back. She was worked tirelessly and was outstanding. And again, up in the forwards then we had Gemma O'Connor, who was popping over points from every angle today. And, you know, as I said, an interesting fact, it'll just show you the strength and depth of the panel that Gemma was playing centre-back this year and was able to move to centre-forward and pick off her scores. So, you see, this is what Kilkenny, like, this is what, you know, we're going to learn from today, and hopefully they will. Okay.
OK, Emer, who gets the Player of the Match award for 2009?
Well, we decided unanimously to go with Cork goalkeeper Aoife Murray.
Well done, Aoife. Congratulations. Hold on to it. There's a big welcome. I think there's an acknowledgement that you really played a big role today. Give me your thoughts on today's All-Ireland, because you were under pressure at various times.
Well, like, I suppose as a group we knew we were going to be under pressure from the start, right to the end. I think as a defensive part of the team, we all knew that we got together before the match, both last night and today, and we all kind of said that it was up to us. You know, we're the ones that are going to dictate whether we're going to win or lose, and as the forwards, we're going to dictate how much we won by. you have to excuse the shaky voice because.
No, you're doing brilliantly.
No, to be honest, it's an absolute honour, of course. But when you look at your teammates, it's ridiculous. Did you pick me over the rest? You know.
Well, I know there's a great Cork goalkeeper here behind me somewhere, a chap called Ger Cunningham, but I think he would concede. I think he would concede that sometimes it's not the most spectacular saves, it's the one that you're really under pressure, you know, when you come off your line. There were some saves there today that were top drawer, you felt. That's why you won it.
Well, I suppose in the first half the sun was obviously in the eyes, and I think we all got together and we knew that the sun was in my eyes, so we had a call ready when we were under pressure with the sun, so we all understood what was going to happen. And thankfully we all understood that, and we knew what was going to happen, obviously. And Katrina Foley saved my blushes, I think, in the first half at one stage. And to be honest, this award for me was either between Mary O'Connor or Katrina Foley. And to both girls, it's an absolute honour to serve with either one of them. And to be honest, it's the reason I suppose I'm up here is because of both of those, and the trust that I had in both of those, and the trust that they had in me. And I think that's one thing that we had this year was the trust. You know, the 100% trust that we had in every single one of us, 1 to 31, the management, the trainer, absolutely everybody, and thankfully it paid off.
Well done, congratulations. This is my moment because it's not often I can give a kiss to the player of the All-Ireland final. Well done. From all of us here, the party has started, Cork are rejoicing, and we're going to enjoy it. From here, all of us at the Red Cow, back to you, Des.
Her voice will be shaky now, I'll tell you. Emer, she spoke very well there.
Very humble, Aoife Murray, and she deserved that award. But as she said herself, a lot of credit has to go to the Cork team. The back line were outstanding, only conceding 2 goals in the entire championship.
Great. OK. Now, her qualities as a goalkeeper, Therese.
I mean, you know, her vision, I think her alertness, the way she organises her back line.
That was clear from what you said there. Yeah, exactly. They were all ready for the call, yeah. Yes,
and you know, just all day today, I think she was unstoppable and unbeatable. There was nothing getting past her. Marie O'Connor here again. Now, Marie probably could have struck that a little bit harder, but Aoife just, you know, she doesn't move aside when the ball is coming in. She stands her ground. And, you know, this wasn't the first time, Des. Like, she was outstanding again last year in the 2008 final. I mean, when Cork won that, they were thankful to Aoife again.
Yeah, OK. Well, don't be humble about it, Aoife. It's a well-deserved award. Anyway, today's Junior All-Ireland final provided lots of